Hey guys, it's Kavik, and today we're going to be going over the basic combat system for War of the Roses. So as you can see here, I'm attacking from all different directions, just to demonstrate. So to attack, you want to left-click your mouse, and then immediately move your mouse in the direction you want to attack from, and blocking all different directions. So in that case, I left-clicked and moved my mouse downward to thrust, and you'll also notice I attempt to block. So I notice he's swinging, he's using a down attack, so I'm going to down block. Right attack, I right block, and I counter attack. Left attack, left block and counter attack. Attack, up block, and counter attack. Real combat is significantly faster paced than this. You notice the semicircle on the side that shows which direction I'm attacking from, and the two yellow lines. The longer you hold your attack in ready position, the stronger your attack is going to be. So the closer together those are, the stronger your attack will be. The orange indicator that you keep seeing appear is just a visual cue as to where his weapon is coming from. The blue indicator is the direction that I'm parrying. So as long as we match those up and we're facing the right direction, we will parry. To execute, you walk up to an enemy and hit E. And right there you see me bandaging. You hold B to bandage. You have to hold it the entire time though. The charge type move I did just there, the little burst of speed, is called tackle. So one of your perk categories for offensive perks is Man-at-Arms. The other is Archer. And when you take Man-at-Arms, you automatically unlock the tackle ability. And to activate that, you just press F. If you hit an enemy from the front, you'll kind of stun them. If you hit them from behind, you'll actually knock them to the ground. The ability we used just then, both of those abilities, are officer perks. To unlock officer perks, you need to be level 20. And there's your 5th perk category is called officer training. So you pay for officer training, and then you buy the perks that you want. As long as you're the squad leader, you are able to use those perks. The one with the cross swords that says Z is our damage buff. Z shows the hotkey, and the number is the number of people in my squad that will be affected by that buff. And as you can see now, we've switched classes, so I can demonstrate a few other things. I just put my visor down because I'm running towards an archer. So to do that, you hit V, and V will lower and raise your visor. As you can see, it greatly restricts your vision. And as you can see, myself and the plate wearer are parrying specific directions. With a shield, you're also going to right-click in order to block, but it blocks everything that the shield covers. The hitboxes in this game are fairly complex, and if you're just blocking your body, an archer or anyone else is able to aim at your legs or face and just shoot around the shield. And you'll notice that most of the time when I've parried one of his attacks, I'll go for a thrust or a downward attack. And that's because against plate, this slashing side-to-side attack motion is not very effective. And the thrust is your best attack against that. If you're just going against armor, you need to be doing your thrust attack if you're using a sword. And there's a demonstration of hamstring. It's another perk you can take in the Man-at-Arms category. And if you hit someone with a fully charged attack in the back of the legs, you'll knock them to the ground. So just ready up a parry, and when you hear the weapons hit together, the attacking player is unable to defend for a brief time. So that's when you want to launch your counterattacks. And if you want to see expert parrying and blocking and counterattacking, you should go check out Ninjak's Station on YouTube. He does excellent videos on much more advanced combat from the perspective of someone who's extremely good at melee in this game. And here we're just trying to cover the basics. So in this game I'm going to show you things that aren't necessarily melee. Here we're using a bow. You can see that as soon as I shoot, I ready another arrow. And when we start to draw, you draw with right click. These two lines start to move together towards the top. When they meet in the middle, your attack is at full power. You saw me switch from my bow to another weapon there. Your main weapon is always 1. So there's a category for main weapon, there's a category for sidearm, there's a category for dagger, and there's a category for shield. But to switch to your main weapon, you press 1. To switch to your sidearm, you press 2. To switch to your dagger, you press 3. And if you have a shield, you can press 4 to bring that out. Now, if you have your main weapon equipped, and you just press 4, you will bring out both your sidearm and your shield. At that point, if you press 4 again, you will put your shield away, but leave your sidearm out. The number within the circle is your current ammo count, which obviously only appears when you're using either a bow or a crossbow. And it's a bit difficult to see here, but there is a gray circle that slowly fills up with white. And every time that refills, you regenerate another arrow. The thicker part of the line at the top is the only part where you're able to fire. If you attempt to fire before that, you'll just misfire. It doesn't cost you any ammo, you'll just have to redraw. You can hit Control to duck. And as you saw there, we tried to duck his attack. It's very effective against lances and other mounted players to duck their attacks. And if someone leaves their horse, you can run up and steal it. You just run up to it and hit E to mount their horse. And if you look here, we're reloading the crossbow. We've switched to crossbow now. To reload a crossbow, it's just like drawing a bow. You hold down right click, and the outside spins and the inside spins, and eventually you're reloaded. However, there's also the active reload minigame, and for active reload, whenever the hook on the inside matches up with the notched strip on the outside, if you left click, the hook will drag the strip around and you'll reload much, much faster. So here we're going to try to duck, and we ducked under the lance. We were hit by the horse. We got bumped around a little by the horse, but we didn't take damage from the lance, and that's very important. And then in the third attack, we deflected the lance away with our shield, because a good lance shot to the head will instant kill you. When you see me zoom in like that, that's because I have the Eagle Eyes perk. So once you're aiming, which with a crossbow after you've reloaded, you hold down right click to aim, and you hit Control to zoom in. Now to shield bash, you're going to right click to ready your shield, and then left click to ready your shield bash, and then when you release, you'll thrust forward with your shield. So if you hold left click for a while, you'll ready up a very powerful shield bash. If you just quickly tap it, you'll do this sort of dashing motion. And now we'll show you how mounted combat works. Under movement perks, you need to select cavalry, and you also need to purchase a mount. So right now we're left clicking, and that lets us couch our lance and aim down it from a sort of first person perspective to find a target. Horses in this game actually have cruise control, as you can see sort of in the bottom right. There are 3 different speeds, 3 different forward speeds. There's slow, maneuver, and fast. You can hold down shift to charge, and when you're going fast and charging, most lance hits are going to instant kill your opponent. As you could see right there, I died to Ninjax, who I recommended earlier that you go and watch. He's walking around in light armor with a 2-handed weapon and able to defeat plate wearers and anyone else. That's because he understands how to block. He's able to do it quickly and execute it cleanly, and it's fairly rare that he makes mistakes in which direction to block from. And I think we covered everything. We covered how to zoom in, how to reload. The main difference between a bow and a crossbow is that with the bow, you draw each shot, and with a crossbow, you reload before each shot. So the bow sort of puts you on a timer, where if you don't release your attack and let your shot go before you start to lose power, you have to redraw. With a crossbow, you aim and you can continue aiming forever until you actually fire. So you do have to reload the crossbow, but there's no set time in which you have to fire. So I think that does it for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, please subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what I can do better, let me know what you'd like to see in the future. I make these guides usually at the request of people who comment on YouTube or watch my stream over at twitch.tv/CavicTV. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching.